Happy Thanksgiving! This is John Stitt, One-Legged Lightning, here to talk to you about my upcoming competitions and my preparations for them. I'm planning on this being a weekly video series, so hopefully I'm able to keep up with that better than I have kept up with previous blogs and video series and whatnot. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so first off, the Arnold Disabled competition was just recently announced. This will be the second year of the competition. Last year I came in 4th place, which was not how I wanted to do, but not too bad. Hopefully this year I will do even better. The competition will be during the Arnold Sports Festival in Columbus, Ohio in the first weekend of March, so sometime during the 1st to 4th during the festival. I don't know what day exactly because that wasn't part of the announcement. I also don't know what events we'll have, so in a future video hopefully I will have that information for you and be able to talk about my chances in each event and how I think I'll do overall. They're doing the eligibility a little differently than it's been done in the past for our competitions. For the U.S. athletes, it will be an open invitation, and for international athletes, it will be based on who placed best in the 2017 World's Strongest Disabled Man. So it's a little different, and I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but should be interesting. Should mean that we have some top level talent there internationally, and be interesting to see who shows up from the U.S., whether or not we end up getting a lot more athletes than last year, or if this just ends up being a smaller pool of top tier competition. So could go either way. Alright, as I mentioned, this is Thanksgiving, yesterday to be exact. Today is Black Friday. Yesterday, in addition to being Thanksgiving, is something that at Refuge Barbell we like to call Thankslifting. Thankslifting is a tradition we've had for the past few years at Refuge, where we all show up Thanksgiving morning and we go for deadlift PRs. And a lot of times we'll end up going for a PR on another lift as well. This year we didn't just focus on deadlifts. We explicitly said, try and hit a PR on 2 different lifts. So we had a bunch of people going for bench press PRs and log press PRs and so on. And this year I decided to go for a log press PR and a deadlift PR. Now, I typically compete seated in the disabled category. The reasons for this are because my lower body just does not work well at all, as evidenced by the fact that my bench press is heavier than my deadlift max, and that's due to a multitude of things. Biggest issue being that I'm missing my leg from right below the knee, but obviously there are other amputees that are able to compete standing. My other issues, such as with my knee and my hip and all the musculature involved in those, they preclude me from being able to compete standing. So I compete seated. Even so, at Refuge, we have this system for getting our green shirt. So we can wear any color Refuge Barbell shirt we want, except for green, unless we earn it. And for getting your green shirt, there's a strongman total that you have to hit. And that is your total between your deadlift and your either axle or log press from the floor to overhead. And so I've been going for that since before I lost my leg, and before I lost my leg, the number that I was needing to hit was, I believe it was 900. And I still had a ways to go, but I was making progress towards it, and then I lost my leg. So I've still wanted to get my green shirt ever since then, even more so since then, because Refuge has become a bigger part of my life since then due to proximity and the friendships that I've made there and kept there since I started going there. And so Derek, who runs the gym, he said that he was going to come up with a total for me to hit to get my green shirt with my limitations, and that total that he came up with was 600 pounds. I have been really close to getting that for a long time now. And for at least the past 4 months, I've been about 15 pounds away from getting my green shirt. So I said this Thanksgiving was going to be when it happened. And not only did I hit 600 pounds, I went a little further and I got 610 pounds. So even with all my limitations, I put up a 245 pound log press and a 365 pound deadlift for a 15 pound log press PR, which was also 10 pounds over my best before I lost my leg, and a 10 pound deadlift PR, which unfortunately is still 115 pounds less than before I lost my leg, but understandably so. Getting my green shirt means a lot to me, and honestly, it helps me out for competing in the future. My focus has been a little split the past few years because in between competitions, I'm doing everything I can to try and get my green shirt. Now that I've gotten it, I can focus more on what I need to do for the competitions, and I'm going to try and keep those lifts up and keep progressing on them, of course, but I can put a lot more effort into my competitions now that I'm not also in the back of my mind wanting to focus on what I need to do to get my green shirt. So that was just an awesome way to begin my Thanksgiving day, and then finish it off by spending time with both families that I'm a part of. And I just really happy that I was able to finally do that, and thankful for all the people that have helped me out in getting there. So moving forward, where are we going? I'm looking to compete in probably 4 competitions next year. The Arnold will be the first one at the beginning of March, and then at the beginning of May will be the America's Strongest Disabled Man. There's also a competition in England called Superhumans that I've been invited to participate in that I'm hoping to do, and then World's Strongest Disabled Man in Norway in September, as long as I qualify. So I have been focused recently on losing some weight and getting a little healthier. I got up to a max of 285 pounds and honestly was just uncomfortable all the time. I'm back down under 270 and I'm hoping to lose a little bit more and just focus on leaning out a little bit. I don't have a specific weight that I would like to be walking around at, but I would like my body fat to be much lower than it is, just because it's hindering my performance at this point. And also for longevity purpose, all sorts of benefits. So I'm going to be focused on that. I've been doing a lot more cardio. I'm already seeing improvements there. I'm not running out of breath quite as quickly, and I think this is going to benefit my training and competition performance. As part of that, I'm tracking all sorts of different statistics on my health and body, weight, body fat percentage, resting heart rate variability, all sorts of different things. I'm using data from my CPAP machine and all these things to be able to keep track of how things are helping or hurting my recovery, so that I can utilize the things that help to speed things up and get better training in, because I can recover faster, and then removing things that hurt. And I want this next year to be my best year ever in strongman, and I want many more years after that, and that just means that I need to get a lot healthier. So in addition to getting stronger, I'm going to be trying to improve in a lot of ways. I'm already seeing lots of benefits just in the past couple of months. I've improved across the board. Hopefully I can keep that up, and by the time you see me at the Arnold, I'm going to be kicking some butt. So that's all I've got for you this video. I'm going to end with clips from my log press and deadlift from yesterday, And then next week I'll be out with a new video, and hopefully I'll have some more news for you on the Arnold front. And if nothing else, I'll just talk to you about how things are going with progress, what I've come up with for my training leading into the Arnold, and we'll go from there. I plan on this being a weekly video series, so expect to see a lot more of me, and stay strong.
Yeah! Go! Go! Oh, Don! Get up, Don! Get up! So done.
There you go. There you go. Elbows quick. Elbows quick. There you go. Press it. Press it. Head through. There you go.